If you have tight, achy hips, you're probably going to like this video. We're going to start with a sacral massage. So you're going to find that big bone right at the base of your spine. It's a big flat bone right here. And take your thumbs, sort of put your hands on your hips like you've got some attitude. Take your thumbs and start massaging, just making circles right on that big flat bone. Should feel really nice. You can add pressure if you want more pressure. Should feel good, no pain. Could be sore, could be tender. If you find a good tender point, just hold that. Press in and breathe. And exhale it out. And continue exploring. If this is too much on your thumbs, you could also use your fingers. And actually, this is good for covering even more surface area. Relaxing, enjoying, exploring. And when you've done that enough and covered the whole sacrum, start to make some circles coming out on the hips, right at that iliac crest. It's right where that hip starts. You'll feel it's soft, and then boom, there's your pelvis. And you can just go right along that bony edge. And if you're not anatomically exact, don't worry about it. If it feels good, you're doing it right. If it doesn't feel good, try a different area. This is your massage. You make it your own. From the sacrum towards the sides. You can go on either side of the sacrum. There's usually some really tender, good spots there. Sure are on me. Woo! It's those ligaments that get really cranky and angry, especially when we're sitting for so long. And then when that's had enough, or your hands have had enough, there's a neat little trick to massage the whole hip, back and side, where sometimes it's difficult to reach. You're going to cradle one leg in your arm. If you don't have this flexibility, you can also just hook the elbow and knee like this. Take your other foot out for support and your hand out for support. I'm gonna do it this way. You get a little bit deeper if you can cradle it, but it's not a big deal if you can't. And then you just start rolling around on your hip, finding the good spots. So if you go more back, you'll get piriformis and the lateral rotators. It's probably a little tender. It usually is on many of us. If you roll more to the side, you're getting gluteus medius and minimus and all different parts of the hip. So just explore and see where it feels good. You can even go more towards the sit bone, more towards the top of the pelvis, back and forth, around. Where you need a little attention, like I do right here, you just hang out. Relax your body and breathe. And you can stay still, or you can do this little rock that I'm doing. I like to do a little rock to sort of ease it out. And then continue, find another spot. So good. And remember, you don't have to hold your leg like that. You can just do this. Or if even that's too much, you can just do this. Basically just lifting this leg up a bit so you can get onto that hip, right? Here I'm holding with my hand. Get creative. Do what you can do. Even moving that leg around, you can get some new places. And then slowly come on up. And guess what? We have another hip. Let's do it. So however you want to grasp that leg, here, 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 have it up in the air. You want to be as relaxed as possible. So it's probably good if you give it some sort of support with your arm and not just hold it up in the air. You want your body to be nice and relaxed so you can massage, and the muscles will be soft and you can get in there to all the juicy spots. So rocking, exploring, maybe on the side, maybe the back, maybe towards the sit bone, ischial tuberosity it's called, or maybe more towards the iliac crest or the top of the pelvis. Don't worry, I'm not going to test you on anatomy. It's just for those of you who know it. It's not a big deal. Just do what feels good. That's the rule. If it feels good, you have got it, my friend. And circles. And back and forth. Oh, there's a tender spot on me. I think it's the same as the tender spot on the other side, maybe. So I'm just gonna hold that and breathe. So nice. Couple more breaths with this. Remember to breathe deep in through the nose, out through the nose. Relax your arm and hand, relax your foot. You're not putting too much pressure on them. They're just there as kickstands for stability. And when that's feeling good, slowly bring your legs around. And we're gonna lie down. So find some room on your floor. Maybe you have a yoga mat, that's nice, or a carpeted floor. And bring your knees in towards your chest. And we're just going to massage the sacrum by bringing the knees slowly away from the body as you roll down on the sacrum, and towards the body as you roll up. And you even get a low back lumbar spine massage with this too. Here you've got the lumbar curve, and then as you roll up, it flattens against the ground and rolls and gives it a nice massage, a nice release. So just have a few breaths doing this. You can go as slow as you want. Maybe the slower the better, the more calming. So it's nice to inhale as you send the knees away. Exhale as you bring them in. You can move with the breath. And one more. So nice. So start to bring them back and forth, side to side, finding places, massaging the sacrum. We can make some circles, so bringing them out and together for more of a wider massage base. Together, out, and together. We can reverse it and bring them in together. Breathing. Relax the upper body and just moving the legs and knees. And then we can take a nice twist. So you don't have to move, I just don't have a lot of room here. Take your knees and bring them over to one side and bring your arm out on the other side. So try to get the opposite shoulder and opposite knees down to the ground. If you don't, that's fine. That's just the intention. Get a nice twist. Feel a good stretch through the hip right here, through the outside of the hip. And make it a nice breath. Enjoy that. You're wringing out the whole spine with this, not just the hips. I like to exhale with some voice. Sometimes it's more relaxing, getting those vibrations through the body. When you're ready, slowly bring them up. And I apologize for my cramped little New York City apartment, but we make do. Bring those legs slowly to the other side. Opposite arm reaches out. And just breathe and relax there. You can rest your hand on your knee like I'm doing here. I do that just to give it a little support, a little grounding, but if you want to put your other arm out and make a T shape, that's totally fine. You could do cactus arms, whatever feels good to you. And breathe. Feel that nice stretch in the outside of the hip. A few more breaths here. Feeling the knees and the shoulder drop closer to the floor as they release. And slowly come on back, and let's just give ourselves a great big stretch. So whole body, arms all the way up. Feel the spine elongate. Feel the hips traction as you press the legs away. Open up that space in the hip, in that femoroacetabular joint, that ball and socket joint. You can even wiggle a little bit to get one hip and then the other. Stretch it out and bring it in. And you can just lie here and savor the effects of that on your hips, on your low back, and maybe your whole body. Thank you for doing this hips massage with me.